Hello, my computer dudes. I'm just a bit late. Sorry for that. Oops, wrong one too. Everything's wrong tonight. It's a bit hasty. I've been looking forward to this. It's been hard not to play off stream. Alright. That's a spare. Can he crush it? No, he can't. Who are these people? Alright. Oh, he's got a dog. She's not up to a Pomeranian. No, that's where the dog came from. Oh, it's the Plotosphere. Sphere. He's boofing drugs up his ass to hallucinate. I like this guy. Surviving on salvage chucker based. And for a few months. Oh, that's sad. At least he was with his dog at the end. At least the dog didn't die. But wait, how come the dog didn't die? The dog should be dead if the air was turned off. I don't know, this game... It almost lost me when it introduced the fucking teddy bear, but I don't know, it's grown on me. I want to show you guys something else before we continue. Hang on. Hang on, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's underneath the game. Cool. Well, hang on. I guess I have to quit out of that then. There's a custom map that really impressed me recently. It's not Bone Totem, I lied. I want to show you a custom map. I think it would look better in software mode. Maybe. Oh, that fucks up the water surface. Hang on. I don't know which renderer we're supposed to use for this. It's got real clear water though, which until the source port, only Shadow Warrior and Blood could do this. And Blood it was experimental. It was only used a few times in the game. For whatever reason, it killed the frame rate. See? Actual clear water. And it's not a clear water trick or hack either, because watch. You can see stuff go into and out of it. It still behaves weirdly. See? That's TROR water. True room over room. Wow, technology.
Come on.
So anyway, this was designed for software mode, so some stuff is gonna look all fucky. Please forgive. I didn't make this. I'm just playing it because I'm really impressed by it. It's really hard to do decent looking outdoor levels in this engine. Arguably impossible. It's just really not built for it. But the indoor geometry looks superb. You'll see what I mean. I appreciate the large open areas though. It kind of makes me want to play the original Halo again.
Shit.
That's a dead lunar commander. Like this little command station. Nothing too impressive so far. But wait and see. Haven't been down this way yet. Oh, nothing. Alright. The illusion of open GL, an open map. Come get some. You can come. Only some get come.
Groovy.
I don't understand some of this stuff. Like, this is a sloped sprite. That's impossible. If you understand anything about how this engine works, I don't understand how that is accomplished. From what I understand from the new generation of mappers, and unbelievably, this game is still not dead. The community is alive and well. And the younger mappers have figured out that there's new features in Duke 32 that beyond what I know about, like sloped sprites, which is a huge deal. There's a lot of stuff you can do with that. Anyway, let's go inside so I can show you the level geometry. This is a mostly very impressive map. The level geometry is great. The lighting is varied. So in some areas the lighting is not present at all, or half cooked. This is pretty good. This is how it's supposed to be for the angles of the lights. And in some areas it's so lavish and well done that it's jarring. These are not supposed to be red. I'll turn off monsters. These are supposed to be palette 11, which would make them white, which would make them look like the spotlights. But this, I guess I don't have the newest Duke 32 or something. So these are default to their actual color, which is red. These are really a table sprite. Look at that shadow. Angled shadow from the little thing. The level geometry is so good. Try to ignore the bad lighting on these things. That didn't work out the way it's supposed to. This is really good though. This was made by a Swedish guy. Swedes seem to be just beast mode level editors. It was a Swedish guy who inspired me to start mapping in the first place. Ikka Keranen. IKKKERANAN. A-N-E-N. Rather, Ikka Keranen. Pardon me, it is crazy Swedish. Also, the fog doesn't work here. If you want the fog to work, you have to turn off polygon rendering. there is an extended palette, which creates a the option of colored fog, as you can see. This is some of that TROR. True room over room. There's a lot of it in this map. This guy really knows what he's doing. If you follow the Voxel Duke 3D mod creator on Twitter, he's remaking all the sprites from the game, including your character and all weapons, as voxel objects, complete with all their frames of animation, which should look much truer to the game than polygon models do. And if you have a map like this with all voxel objects, look at these stairs. Look at how well. It's just the subtle little thing you would never notice. You might breeze right past it. These are all sprites. These are sprite objects. He got a little bit lazy at the end. He didn't make a three-dimensional railing, but he made each of these stairs out of sprites, and they individually have supports. That's so high effort for just one little thing you're gonna rush past. Look at the reflective monitor. Oh, look at all the different colors. This is also particularly striking. It's so simple, but this little hallway with one light facing upwards, one light facing downwards with sloped, angled lights. It reminds me of something you'd see in Halo, the original one. It's just very visually striking despite being very simple. Here's some of the TROR. As you can see, this is not made out of sprites. There's upside down angled surfaces. This is true room over room. And it's not a teleport effect either. Which the room over room in Blood and Shadow Warrior was, actually. Although they were dragged on top of each other at runtime. So you couldn't see it in the map. Look at how good this looks. Except for the parts they fucked up. But mostly really, really good. They're a little bit too impressed with this lighting effect. It doesn't look. I mean, if it was more translucent, it would look better than this. But it's still. I see what they're trying to do. I see what they're going for. Really colorful. Really eclectic. Look at this. Look at the angle of this sprite, this flattened sprite. That's not possible. I'm still really confused how they did this. More TROR. This is real room over room. You can tell because of the angled surfaces here. Sprite-based constructions are always square, made out of squares. This is This is real room over room, with which this engine could have continued competing with Quake. Had they just continued to work on it instead of succumbing to the polygon. Look at this too. Look at these upside down angled surfaces. It's just really simple, but I've never seen it used that way. It's really eye-catching. Here's more transparent water, which is again another new engine feature. Really striking colored lights. Angled lighting. I like to imagine an alternate timeline wherein 3D Realms did not immediately abandon the build engine, but just kept iterating on it and making it better, running it at higher resolutions. Making everything voxel objects. Which even Ion Fury doesn't do that. Even Ion Fury doesn't have voxel enemies. For example. Look at this level. Look at this architecture. That just looks great. It's really a shame this lighting effect doesn't work in every iteration of the engine. Oh, you can lower or raise the water. Oh, I see. All right. Reasonably well done control boards. I emailed this guy congratulations. I have a secret alter ego as one of the pioneering level editors of this community back in the early 2000s. Much in the same way Ika Karanen was for Quake. So he'll probably be thrilled to hear from me. Or not, we'll see. Everything is so high effort. Look at that shadow. That's a great cheap way to do slope shadows versus making them on the wall. Slope sprites again. Fucking magic. Looking angled colored lighting. Cool little room just for the Devastator. Just a great job. And much closer to the style of the original 3D Realms levels, but higher detail than mine ever were. This is a neat little trick. It looks like there's a diagonal beam here, but really this is two squares that have been angled. The surface is angled upward on this end and then downward on this end, so they meet and align the textures to make it appear contiguous. I used that in SPX, or no, Duke Troid. Flatten sprites opposite handrails to make shadows. Classic trick. Cheap, no sectors required. Broken door effect, that's cool. With the sound effect. Is it a one-time effect? Yes, good. Cool. It's a little world building. I like it for the same reason I like the PC Engine. It's just a weird stunted halfway technology in between something like Doom and something like Quake, where because of the advances, all the bells and whistles they put on the engine, it could do a lot of the stuff that the Quake engine did, even though it's sector based, just because you can achieve 3D level geometry by having portals or stacked sectors. Even little rooms just look just fantastic. This looks good, this looks good. Uh-oh. Oh, these are supposed to be bosses. Look at this, it's almost a voxel effect. They just used this square blue texture, gave it a palette of 7 so it's green, made it translucent, stretched it out vertically, and then positioned them in 3D space to make it look like a sort of a transporter thing. That's creativity. And as much as I appreciate the hard work that went into these models, these don't fit in to this engine in the way that voxels will. I'm not wrong. I can't show that on Twitch, those are naked ladies. This is a Christian Minecraft server. Oh, do I need to... Aha, here. Aha! Slows everything down. That's how I'm supposed to get in there. One effect I bet he doesn't know about is that if you make a waving there's an effect for making waving water, like ocean waves. But you can set the frequency of the wave, how high and up and down it goes, to 0, so it doesn't wave at all. But it will still try to match the altitude of the next adjacent sector no matter what. So if you put another sector immediately adjacent to the wave sector, and you make that an elevator sector that raises and lowers, but it's very thin, then you can make a dynamic slope, and it's like a sloped walkway that goes from flat. When you flip a switch, the incline increases and increases and increases, like a ramp. It's an adjustable ramp effect that I don't think was intended. Definitely one of the nice... You see what I mean by the inconsistency of the lighting, though? Cool, transparent water. This isn't done often enough. This actually does look better than... I've considered it in the past, but I assumed it wouldn't look good, and it does look good. Slime effect. Lighting mostly looks great. Then an area like this has fucking no shadows. It's just full bright. And the reason for that is it's really a pain to do shadows that look good in this engine and also have high detail. The reason is that the shadows are level geometry. It's just it's a sector on its own that's just shaded darker or lighter. So that conflicts directly. Oh, that's a really cool effect using slope sprites. I'm really jealous that I've been out of mapping for so long. I would really like to make use of some of these effects. Trying to get back where we came from.
Come get some. Yeah, piece of cake.